Hey everybody, it's Alison Heikkila. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am on an embossing folder kick. They are super popular right now, and you may have seen my recent Simon Says Stamp mini haul where I got, 5 or 6 embossing folders, and then a couple months back I got a really cool one from Altenew, so I am in the mood to play with embossing folders. So today we are going to use the Layered Vine from Simon Says Stamp. It is beautiful. But first we're going to use some distress inks. So I've got Crackling Campfire, Fossilized Amber, Prize Ribbon, and Seedless Preserves. Kind of a different color combination for me, but I'm in the mood to do something kind of fallish, and you'll see why in a little while. I've got a die set that I'm going to pull out, but we're going to start by inking up this panel before we emboss it, because obviously it's going to be much easier to do that now. I was thinking about using Distress Oxides, but honestly, I don't have some of the colors that I wanted to use in oxides. I really need to get on that. I need to complete my collection. And do you know, I still don't have anything from Uncharted Mariner, which is just so wrong. There's a few colors that I'm missing, but I feel like Uncharted Mariner is one that I really need. It is very much a color I need to have, and I don't know why I don't have any of it yet. It's crazy. I keep seeing people use it, and I'm like, man, that color is gorgeous. And yeah, can't do anything about it because I don't have it yet. So I'm just using my Cottontail blending brushes from the Rabbit Hole. I like these a lot because they are white. The bristles are white, the handles are white, and it's easy to see, what color you're working with. So that is looking pretty nice already. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. I'm going to move on to some Prize Ribbon. We're going to wind up getting a little bit of green in here, but I'm fine with that. Now flip this over and grab a tissue here. You can use just scrap paper, but I have this tissue that I've been using for holding my paper in place so that I don't get any fingerprints on anything. And I'm working on Smooth Bristol Cardstock from Strathmore. This is my favorite Bristol. I've tried a few brands, but this particular one it's super smooth. It takes ink really nicely, and it's my favorite. We don't have to have a totally perfect blend because we're going to wind up using that embossing folder, like I said, and that's going to kind of hide any little areas that we don't necessarily love. I go in with the Fossilized Amber again and just kind of clean that up a little bit. And now we need to do our Seedless Preserves. All right. This is such a pretty purple. It's not my favorite purple from the collection, to be honest. Villainous Potion is my favorite purple, but when I break this out, it's a warm purple, and it goes with so many colors and themes. It's great. I use it a lot for Halloween. It looks super with orange. That's one of the reasons why I picked it for this card, because of the Crackling Campfire. All right. A little bit more of the Prize Ribbon, and you can see that even though I'm using blending brushes, which sometimes take a little bit longer, and it takes a little longer to work with distress inks as opposed to oxides blend really quickly. It doesn't take a ton of effort to make this look good. Having a pretty, I guess, semi-low pain day for my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, so it's not too much of a struggle to blend this out, although I might pay for it later. We'll see. That's so pretty. That's so pretty. Okay, let me close these up, get them out of the way, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spritz the back of my panel with water. I don't want to spritz the front because I don't want to start to lose any of the color, because as I'm sure you know, distress inks react with water, and I don't want it to react, so I'm going to spritz the back. I just have plain water in a bottle, You can see how it curled just a little bit. And now I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine really quick. I will be right back. Okay, are we ready? Oh, look at that. I like that there is some white showing. I think that we're going to enhance that a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, so I always have on my desk some sandpaper. I have different grits, but let's use a little sandpaper to just kind of knock off some of that color. What grit is this? Does it say it on here? This is 150. Probably a little grittier than it needs to be, but that's all right. We're just going to take off some of that top layer. And since it's a 3D embossing folder, it's not going to hit everything. There's highs, lows, mid-range texture, so it's not going to hit everything. So don't like work into it, because then you'll probably take off too much. There we go. Look at how pretty that is. I'm loving that. Okay, so now this is what I was thinking. Let me grab it. I have this brand new cutting die set from Spellbinders. It's called Autumn Wonder, and I haven't gotten to use it yet. I've been itching to since I got it in the mail, and I'm really stoked about it. But I was thinking, and we're not going to go too crazy with it today, I was thinking that I would use this foliage here in black. Although white might look kind of cool now that we've knocked that off. I don't know, we'll see. I'll die cut it in both and then use that to kind of frame our sentiment, which is going to be, I have the pierced mini labels. This is also from Spellbinders. I'm sorry I don't have like fancier packaging for it. But we have this label here. Isn't that so pretty? And with that, I have the older set from Simon called Organic Fruits. Love this set. Way cooler than for just fruits. Like, it does so much. Like, it's just great for abstract art. It's also great for fruit, obviously, but for abstract art too, so much fun. But I'm thinking of putting the With Love on there, because then I can use it for pretty much any occasion, right? So that's the plan. And as a little tip, when I get new die sets, I tend to die cut everything out of white. I didn't do it with this yet, just so that I can really see exactly what it's going to look like, because sometimes, not with these per se, but like other dies, it's kind of tricky to kind of figure out exactly how it's going to work on a project. So if you have it already cut out in white or black, you can just kind of put it on your piece and kind of see how it goes. So I'm going to open this up, die cut it out of black and white, and then we're going to see how we're going to use it. Okay, so let's take a look. We've got our little label here, and here it is with the white. And then here it is with the black, and I gotta say, I really like the black. The black pops, and I'm thinking that then we'll make the edge of our card base black, right? So we're going to cut another one of these babies, because this is my sample one, and then we're gonna stamp our With Love on it, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, we got that, we got this, and now we need to decide if we actually want it to overlap like this or not. I don't mind it too much. I probably won't do it quite as much as this, because then the sentiment's going to look a little wonky, but originally my plan was to put it like this, but I think that it's a little awkward. We could also do this. Oh, I kind of like that. I think I like that. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do it that way. So then what we need to do is just stamp the sentiment right in the center. Got a block here. We're going to do a little free stamping, so hold your breath while I do this. I've got some VersaFine Clair and Nocturne, because this is my favorite ink to use when I'm stamping sentiments. The colors are so rich, they're really pretty, and everything comes out super crisp. And you can emboss with it if you want to. Okay, deep breath. Perfect. So nice. Okay, we got it. Move that off to the side, and now we're gonna check this out. Yeah, I really like this. This is so pretty. This would even be good for like a sympathy card, You know, we all dislike making those, but it's unfortunately inevitable. But I think that this is really, really pretty. Let me get some white cardstock and we're going to make our card base. I've got a piece pre-cut. We just have to put a score line in there. Got my little tonic paper cutter here. I love that it has this scoring bar there. I'm sorry that I'm off camera at the moment. Okay. Fold this up. And I have a bone folder. Just to make that edge nice and crisp. Okay, so I have ink already on here because like a silly person, I forgot to wipe this up. So let's just do a little cleaning. Okay, good. You're not going to see this, so it's fine. But look at how pretty this is. You know what it needs? It needs some gold. Yep, we're going to add some gold to it, and we're also going to ink the edge. So let's ink the edge first, and then I'm going to grab some gold watercolors. I'm going to use the same Nocturne ink, so this way the sentiment matches the edge of the card. But, you know, I tend to use black cardstock for card bases, but then you have to put a piece of white or another light color on the inside, which is fine. Or you can write with like a gel pen or like a Posca pen in white, but this is a little bit easier because then I don't have to make sure that I have to add another piece of cardstock or make sure that I have the right pen that I want to write with when I'm filling it out, you know? So this just makes it easier. Do a little bit more, and I'm going to grab that gold paint. This is all nice and inky, and now we are going to set these parts off to the side while we add some gold to this. So I have here my Starry colors from Kuretake. This is the same company that makes the Zig Clean color markers that I love so much. And I think that we're going to go with 903. So I'm going to just take that same water bottle and just add a little water to it. And then I've got my Princeton round number 6. The size doesn't matter too much. The shape doesn't really matter too much as long as you can get it to flick well. Right? So now we're going to just add some splatter, and if you find that your splatter is a little too small, you can go up in size with your brush, adding a little bit more water, get it really worked in there. Look at that, it's like enchanted now. I'll make sure that I bring it up to the camera for you to see. Okay, how's that? Oh, look at that. That's so pretty. Splatter is a good thing. Perfect. Okay. Clean this up. Okay, now we can assemble everything. We're going to start off with our sentiment. Got my Barely Arts glue. Just going to apply that to the back there. I'm going to put it down where the orange is as opposed to flipping this around where the purple is because there's more orange than any of the other colors. So we're just going to do this, put that on there. I did not clean off my stamp yet. And now we're going to just take this. And you can stack these if you want to. I don't really think I want to do that with this one because there's already a lot of texture with the 3D embossing folder, and I don't want to raise this up above the card too much because we've already got so much dimension from the folder. Hold that in place for a minute. That's really pretty. Okay, let's get this onto our card base now. So this is a quick card. You can change the sentiment to, you know, suit your needs. If you don't have a frame die like the one I have, you can just use a strip, or, you know, maybe you have some die cut sentiments that you can work with. The point is that we're playing with an unusual color combination, for me at least, with the 3D embossing folder, and then sanding off a little bit of the top and adding some splatter to make it really shine. I got some schmutz here. We're gonna have to clean that up. We have our Mono Sand Eraser to the rescue. That'll take it off. Okay, that's pretty good. A little bit more, but you get the idea. Look at that. Nice quick card, simple ink blending. You could do this on a gel press if you're having a painful day, for those of you spoonies out there like me. Oxides, again, blend a little easier than distressed inks, but I didn't have all of these colors in oxide form, so I went with this. Plus, I really wanted the pure color. So that's our card for today. I hope that you liked it. I'll be back again next week with another new vid for you. If there's something specific you want to see, I'd love to know what that is. Let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to just keep plugging along and making what I make. So I will see you guys very soon. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you all very soon. Be well, stay safe, peace out.